Passing out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
What's going on, guys? This is Totally Blitzed podcast, the show where we're talking shots, smoke, and football. We're breaking down Super Bowl 56, and man, was it a banger. This was Paul Pick'em Win'em Contra, and I'm joined with
your boy Kev, Water Boy, aka the Don PYE, my friend Mia Bella. Know what I'm saying? We out here,
straight chilling,
vibing, doing our thing. You feel me?
Oh, how was your Super Bowl 50? How was your Super Bowl?
Very smooth and quiet as hell. I didn't do nothing but watch the Super Bowl that entire day. Literally, I didn't do shit. Didn't watch anything. Didn't nothing till the Super Bowl came on, and then I think I watched some Rick and Morty after that, and it wasn't long because that new season is not it.
Oh, I haven't peeped it yet. The season 5. Oh wait, I know it's on HBO Max, and that's where I usually watch it on. So I usually have to wait a day or two. You know how that goes.
I'm a season 1 through 3 type of person. You feel me?
I feel the classics are always usually better. I haven't finished season 4 yet, but Super Bowl 56, we had, man, honestly, I thought it was a good game. Aside from everything, I think we had a good, some defenses showing out, some plays on offense.
Good coaching.
Someone not named a quarterback winning the MVP, which is always kind of nice to see.
Greatest wide receiver season I've ever heard of.
I've ever laid eyes on, bro.
No, all that says I've ever heard of. That's all I gotta say.
What is he? Super Bowl MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, second most yards all time with the Triple Crown. Yeah.
Don't forget the Yak leader. No,
the Yak leader. Yeah, no, there's a hell of accolades. One of the best postseason runs ever, also as a wide receiver.
Hey, they say Bruce is nasty like that. Bruce is just really the way he can break out his routes, and the fact that he can read beforehand.
Yeah,
like Monte Adams and Aaron Rodgers, they have something special. With Cooper Kupp by himself is just something special.
Yeah, and it's gonna be fun to watch. I'm just happy Jared Goff's not there no more, because Cooper Kupp will still be getting 900 yards a game season. Well, he's good. He's all right.
Bro, they finna quadruple team that man next year. He finna get Julio and Calvin treatment next year. Like what? Still gonna get at least 1,500, but they finna gobble that boy next year. Watch Odell go for 1,200 or 1,300 next year because they just gobbling Cooper Kupp.
Not facts, and they're gonna. There's a lot of contracts to sign, a lot of names on the table, and heard them boys. If we can get one back, why not run it back?
They said run it back. But I don't know. They even got to sign their coach. They got a lot of money to spread around.
Yeah. But everyone, we haven't told the score yet, but as everyone knows, and if you don't know, Rams won on Sunday. It was 23-20. They beat the Bengals in LA. Back-to-back years, the hosting team winning a Super Bowl, second time ever. It doesn't sound as exciting no more, but Matthew Stafford, there's been 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. I felt like he made a few mistakes, and you already hit it on it earlier in the week when you said in the chat the whole second half he can only really hit one guy. I felt like when Odell went out, their whole offense is kind of took I know it's a big blow, but their offense they kind of looked pretty good. The first drive, I know they punted, but then they come down 6 fast plays, score a touchdown. Odell, who would have known Odell still had a little left in that gas tank, scoring that first touchdown of the Super Bowl.
I literally did. I was looking what do you guys mean he's washed? I was like, there's no way. He works too hard during the offseason.
And but then what was it, this third drive, right after that was when he went out? I think it was at the end of the first quarter where he went out.
I think he scored a touchdown, and then he had another big play, and then at the drive after that is when he got hurt.
Yeah, but from that moment on, I felt like their offense looked kind of a little different. It looked a little bit more standstilly. They did enough to pull it out. I mean, bravo to that defense. If Cooper Kupp didn't win the MVP, I felt like it should have been either Von Miller or Aaron Donald. Just 7 sacks as a team for 43 yards.
If Odell had stayed in the game, Aaron Donald would have won that thing. No, just the willpower that he has, the way that Aaron Donald played that game was amazing. Like straight up. Like Aaron Donald was really showing bull rushing. He was showing you basics one-on-one on how to do it. Aaron Donald was literally in the quarterback's face or opening a lane for somebody to get through. And Von Miller, he's so fast. He's so fast. So motherfucking their defensive. If it wasn't for the fact that Cooper Kupp was the only thing smoking at one point in that for that offense, like Aaron Donald would have got that thing no problem. And this should be a situation where Cooper Kupp get the trophy, but Aaron Donald get the car.
Yeah. How about the Bengals, Kev? How did you feel about watching Joe Burrow? They're all young. These boys were banging all year. This is probably one of the funnest teams to watch all year. How did you feel watching them in the Super Bowl?
Better than you could have ever expected them boys to have played. Them boys were winning. Like they were winning. Like if Eli, hey, what McCall Hardman say? Hey man, if Eli Apple was a better corner, then the game-winning touchdown wouldn't get scored on him.
Hey.
So like,
I
just saw that Odell catch again. That shit was nasty. But so like at the end of the day, the Bengals played a fucking amazing game. They got sacked 7 times and still were winning. Like this team doesn't stop. And like if he had more time, Jalen Ramsey was beat on that 4th and 1. Like everybody posted the picture on Twitter. Like
blew to the side.
He was bad on the floor. 4th and 1, they would have called game right there. So, like, the Bengals did way better. I just need them boys to continue playing like that, continue growing, and get them boys a motherfucking O-line, 8 O-line minimum in the draft this year. I don't care if you got to go pick somebody up off the streets. Hey, man, Paul, you start even to play O-line out there. Like, something has to
I'll help my boy Joe out if I could.
Joe Shiesty, man. Something has to give, but they played amazing. Jamar Chase, great. T. Higgins. Jamar Chase is an interesting stuff, right? So everybody played great. I think at the end of the day, Jalen Ramsey still played not a good game, but Jalen Ramsey still won a lot of his matchups. He played well on a lot of position plays, but like it's a Super Bowl boy, and these they don't do splash plays like the Cowboys. They make their plays splash. Like they do what they're not supposed to, especially with the 3.5 seconds you get with that O-line. Like they make things a problem. I think Jalen Ramsey played well against all of them all together. Like he stopped the touchdown against T. Higgins. I actually just watched that right now. So like he got beat in a couple situations. So I think that team just played well. They played great. They stayed with it. They kept going. I think Joe Burrow probably could have got out the pocket a little more. Maybe probably try to run it just to keep him keep the pass rush consistent. Keep the pass rushes just
keep them honest.
Yeah, keep it not just honest because that pass rush is gonna come through regardless, but just to keep the pass rush, like give them somewhere new to look instead of right there in the pocket. Like, but I don't know what the football term for that shit is yet. I'll study it this summer. But the Bengals played way better than you could have ever expected. They played great. They should hold their heads high. They did great. Bengals fans, this ride was amazing. Y'all boys did y'all thing. I rooted against y'all every week. And I only got one right, and that's all that fucking matters. Yeah, the Bengals need to stand up. And Jamar Chase is special. The shit he did in the Super Bowl was special. Like, they got talent for a while. They just got to keep everybody healthy and safe.
Yeah, T. Higgins, 4 catches, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the scorer of I think all the touchdowns, actually. Yeah, he scored both the touchdowns for the Bengals. He dropped that other one from Ramsey style. He was potentially about to have that day. What do you think?
Don't forget about Joe Mixie throwing that thing to him. Like Joe Mixie put that thing up like it was a damn sky. I don't know what this was.
And it was a great read. Like a great like he was just wide open. Everyone bid on the Joe. You're right there within the 5. Great play call. And I was a little upset because I had almost a whole bunch of prop bets with Joe Burrow having at least 2 touchdown passes. And so Joey Mixon stealing one of them kind of, and Burrow only ended with one. So I was on a lot of bad beats with that one.
You know what's funny about that play? I thought the same thing. I thought Joe was probably the happiest person. He was like, "Yo, good shit." I was like, "Them boys really just want to win."
Yeah, no, it's like every play doesn't matter. Like stats, fuck it. We're just here to play. We're gonna catch you off guard. I liked how the Rams almost pulled off the Philly special with Stafford with Cooper Kupp throwing it this close, and it was almost in all the playbooks now. And I just like watching it. It's kind of fun if it happens. Shit, I want to see Lamar Jackson catch one of them, like someone really athletic.
Yeah, that shit was funny. But that was a nice play for them boys. But that's another sign that offense was slow. Because that was like, they were like sad that play didn't work because they went for that shit on third down too. And like, I don't think the offense was slow, but like their play calling was very like, it wasn't all the way there. Like just the way the momentum was going to keep it, they weren't doing that. And it was like, nothing was working. The run game was getting stopped every time, but they kept going to keep them honest. Kept going to keep them honest, so I respect it. But it was just like they kind of couldn't. They were doing safe second downs, but tricky third downs, and it was like you got no money on second down for being safe. So now you're being tricky and gambling it all. Like, come on, bro, you gotta chill.
Go all in with it.
So yeah, this game was very good though. Like it was a great game, and like, but how do you feel about Matthew Stafford's picks? Like, how do you feel about his overall performance? I'm talking picks though first.
The picks, those are bad. If I remember, they're both were on him. Like there wasn't like a very bad.
It bounced off bruh hands, bruh skin. I don't even know bruh's name. He's like, it starts with an S and a K. And like
Gronkowski, yeah, he's something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so like he bounced off his hands and he batted it up and it went to the receiver. But so that wasn't really that bad, but it was more like it was just the timing of the shit. He wasn't supposed to.
Because one happened early and then the other one was the very first play out of half when you're already down and the other team just scored a touchdown to take the lead. Like it was looking like Detroit Lions-esque Matthew Stafford. Like the people who had a case against Stafford, that was like a picture perfect moment of just like, oh, this is why I think this guy's a bum. Like, look at this. But I think you can't reduce the whole game down to just a mere one or two moments because it is a whole 60 minutes. Those were bad, but like I said, because every time I watch Tua throw a pick, what's the one thing? The one thing I give him credit is for is like right afterwards he comes down and he scores or he leads a good drive. That's what he did after the first pick. And then the second one, he led a nice 10-play drive, scored a field goal. I know it's not a touchdown, but I liked how he kept his composure and he wasn't scared because on that last drive, he took him down 80 yards. And the run game only got a total of 20 yards all game. Like there was no run game at all. So it was all Stafford on his back. And like I don't know, like he scored that touchdown. And then I know there was a lot of laundry on the field when they got within the red zone. And I didn't like it personally, just because they didn't throw only 2 flags all game before that last drive. And then they start throwing some flags here and there, like a lot of flags in that last red zone trip. But you can't blame Stafford for that. Like that's on the refs. Stafford has no control over who's throwing the flag. So you can say he got bailed out, but okay, that's not his. Like you can't blame him for that one. But I just liked how he wasn't afraid to keep throwing it, even though he already threw those 2 picks and he led him down on that last drive to take the lead within the last 4.5 minutes or so. I just know it wasn't much time left on the clock whenever he scored. But I won't say it was picture perfect. And a lot of people, I mean, I feel like he's taking a lot of the blame, but no one's saying anything about, because Sean McVay has a great running system. No one's saying anything about like, where was Cam Akers? Like he was making all that noise that he's coming back. Where was he? You can say the defense played well, but like you knew that was coming with that Bengals O-line. Like you knew that was coming with that Rams defensive front. It could have been more, yeah, but people, me and you especially, we made it how big of a deal like just getting to the Super Bowl is. So, and then he did it and he won it. And now it's just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are like, kind of just like, oh, well, you beat the Bengals. Well, he didn't have okay. That wasn't his fault that the Bengals made it for the AFC.
Yeah,
I think he played well, could have played better. He's not Tom Brady. He's not going to have a perfect game. He is a gunslinger, but he got the dub. And at the end of the day, I know that's all that Los Angeles cared about. Is like, did we win? Yes. No one's going to care about the stats 5 years from now.
I think when you look at it, single facts actually, Ben. But I think when you damn, that Philly special was close, but he was finna get his ass lit the fuck up. If
Oh, behind him,
he was finna get from smack. But I don't think the issue was the fact that everybody was giving him props for winning the Super Bowl, because he did that. Like, he went to a new city, he did that. Brady did this thing last year, so that opens up a window for like quarterbacks. Like, yo, y'all don't have to sit there. Like, go check out free agency real quick. Stop being loyal to a team that's gonna drop you when you ain't got that talent no more. So, but I think the Bengals defense just played exceptional. Like, they were probably the best. The offense played well, but the defense just played remarkably amazing. And like, they really shut down everything.
Yeah, I actually someone asked that question. Name one game in this postseason where the Bengals offense played better than the Bengals defense. And I was just like, damn, like I think their defense kind of balled out every game. And not saying their offense played bad in any game, but I just think their defense hit that stride.
No, 1,000, definitely. And I think it's the same. I think that defense is really good. Like, Zach Taylor's defensive minded genius. Like, you see what the defense did to Pat Mahomes. You see what the defense did to Ryan Tannehill. Like, their defense stays composed. Like, and they're going against Sean McVay's crazy offense. Like, they played well. They had pressure all over the place. And you have, for the corners, Bates got a pick. Vernon Hargreaves got a pass in, got a taunting call.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct or something.
In slides. That was interesting. I didn't know that was Vernon Hargreaves. I seen it on the game, and I was like, that's funny as fuck. But when I watched it, when I heard it on Twitter, and I was like, that's crazy.
You know, you have to be one of the worst corners where you are still costing your team yardage and you're not even suited up.
That's hurtful. I feel like I'm not gonna stand with Burrow, because I did fuck with Burrow when he was at UF.
Oh yeah, UF fans, you still have to stand strong with him.
When he played for the Bucks, I did look forward to watching that hit Julio and him and that matchup with him and Julio. Because boy, that boy used to eat.
He was that guy, and there's a reason why he was drafted first round or second round. I just know he was either the first or second corner off the board.
He was that dude. I'll give it. I think he got drafted the same year as Jalen Ramsey, maybe.
But what else could we talk about? Because I'm trying to think for
wait, talk about what was this game? We ain't done yet. We still got some things to hit, man.
Oh, what?
That game was the truth, kid, motherfucking. How do you feel about the coaching wise in this game? Because Zach Taylor, I feel like, coached a great fucking game. I think Zach Taylor just didn't have the O-line to hold up that D-line, because, like, I feel like he might have better. I would like his play calling a little better than Sean McVay's personally. But, like, I don't know. It really goes on in between the scenes and stuff like that. But that defense was the truth.
I think both coaches were hindered, but Zach Taylor wasn't hindered as much because Joe Mixon was at least getting some yards when he ran the ball, whereas Sean McVay was very hindered on first down. They're only getting 1 yard or maybe not even anything. And he was going deep into his running back bag. He brought out Darrell Henderson, who hasn't had a carry, since probably like week 8, week 9, from whenever Sony Michel started taking over the running trio. And then Cam Akers didn't, like, and none of them did anything. Sony Michel had a few carries. They even had Cooper Kupp on like a little wraparound. Like, they were trying to get the ball to run because, like, Stafford had a lot to carry. And then once Odell went down, I think it was just really just like Sean McVay was not scrambling. It was like a little mix of scrambling to find a tricky play that will maybe work and catch him off guard, on top of just trying to play an ultra safe game because he doesn't want Stafford airing it out. Because like this Bengals, he's seen what we see 10 times, tenfold. He's on the field, and he's just like, yeah, I can't. This defense on the Bengals is playing well. I can't play nothing too crazy. So. The running game wasn't working. Whereas Zach on the other side, Joe Mixon was doing pretty well, and they were winning. It was a better, I think, yeah, you're right. The Bengals probably called a better game, but that defense, like Sean McVay was either in his bag on defense, or the defenders just showed up to take heads today, and they didn't worry about much else because 7 sacks, like it's hard to get anything really rolling. You might get a 15-yard pickup and then get a sack for 8 yards, and then there's all your momentum. Like it's just it kind of. It wasn't all though. I will say Sean McVay, though, that last play, I think you saw it, the soundbite where he said Aaron Donald's going to go out there and get it. Like he just trusted his players. Like, and I feel like maybe Stafford was even calling a player too. Like, you know, it's just like, he was just like, he seems like a player coach. He's young. He's just like, how do y'all guys feel about this? And them boys did it. I think it was more about the Rams team and less about the plays that were being called for them. Whereas the Bengals, their coach is calling all the plays, and it was working. And then the Rams defense has made some plays when they needed to.
What's it called? How do you feel? I got a question. See, my favorite part, I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, we'll talk about those. I got 2 points to talk about last because those are my favorite parts besides the game itself. You better not. You better not. But motherfucking them how do you feel about Aaron Donald now that he has a ring? Because that was probably the only thing that was missing. I didn't know his resume was as nice as it was. Rookie of the year, 7-time All-Pro, 8-time Pro Bowler.
In 8 seasons.
In 8, like, this man is a true
3-time MVP.
Yeah, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. Like, this man is the truth. Like, I don't know what the greatest of all time, but I remember when J.J. Watt was doing his thing, I thought he was the best thing I smoked. And then Aaron Donald just been a consistent monster. But, like, there's defenses that don't have an answer for him still. He probably has to work twice as hard as any other person that has position.
In my lifetime, I think he's the greatest defensive talent I've ever seen. J.J. Watt was that guy. And J.J. Watt, like Ray Lewis is the only other person I think is going to be, and like with my lifetime that I've watched, as and Troy Polamalu maybe and Ed Reed. But like I think it probably goes Aaron Donald and then Ray Lewis right after that. But Aaron Donald, the difference between him and the Watts is like he's on the inside. So for him to create so much havoc from the inside, and I don't know if it's also his story kind of gets to me because they considered him undersized and when they were drafting and he wasn't going to be anything special. And then he comes out and he immediate numero uno player on the field on defense. And
wins Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I think I don't think he'll ever be considered the GOAT. Even if he comes for the next 2 years, win Defensive Player of the Year. I think that Lawrence Taylor is like kind of solidified. And there's even like Lawrence Taylor has ascended just the football stardom and all that. He's almost like those like ghost stories. Like if someone was to tell you, man, I once saw Lawrence Taylor like flip a car over, like he has those stories that go with him that like they might not even be true, but he has ascended just being a football star. And he's just now like he's just the legendary feats that are just impossible to ever. You're never gonna get that Lawrence Taylor is solidified.
I do say that. I do give him that. I respect that. Like, yeah, I respect that to the highest.
It took Brady to get 7 chips just to be considered better than Montana.
Yeah, that's actually facts. And I've never in my life ever once thought like, damn, yeah, let's go watch some Joe Montana highlights.
Yeah, he's chasing a ghost, like how people consider LeBron and MJ. It's just like the people, like there's stories that are stuck with this man. He's bigger than just the guy itself on the basketball or football field now. He's like a legendary ghost of the sport. My question for you is, do you think this is because Carson Palmer got a lot of I had to re-question it. Carson Palmer got a lot of heat because all he said was, I love Joe Burrow and them boys. I hope they make it back, but the organization has failed people time and time again. Joe Burrow should not just be thinking about the Super Bowl appearance he made, but more of like, is this organization going to do everything in their power to win with me? Or are they just here to like fill seats and like just keep shit moving in business? And people thought he was just hating on the Bengals, but I thought it was a fair point given the Bengals still don't have an indoor practice facility. And like they're in the Super Bowl, and like there's other teams like they're like people should be investing in this team. Whereas I don't know, is this front office just looking at this team like, oh, we had a good run this year, we sold a lot of tickets, we're gonna sell Burrow jerseys, but like we're just here to make money and like don't care too much. I don't know, it's to be seen. But how do you feel about that? Do you think this front office is all in on the Bengals and going to another Super Bowl in the next few years and let's keep winning?
I think just off the face that I think it's tough. I don't think they're gonna, because the AFC is loaded right now. I don't think anybody's stopping the Bills from going to the Super Bowl next year. Just like if the Bills can come back motivated and dedicated, dialed in like they were this year, and like they don't have to go up a level. They just can come dialed in and get that ball again at overtime. There's nobody that can beat them boys.
You get one of these.
You get one of these. See, like you get one of these. But we talk about that in the season recap episode. But motherfucking, I think they can go again, and I think because this team's young, this team's special, this team's great, and they're on both sides of the ball. It's gonna get tricky when it comes time to start paying people. But like this team just has to stay together. They have to stay real and be real, and moving as real comrades and just doing things together and making the best moves. Because like this team's a good team. Like it's a great team, and they've been screaming at this whole time. Their team's young at the end of the day. Even their coach is young. So this team can do what they got to do. I just like them boys to I just don't think that they should feel like solidified, like, yo, we're the team to beat now because you beat the team to beat. It's more like, yo, we're the young dogs, we're the young bulls, like we're still biting though.
Oh, I like that. And then my question for the Rams is gonna be, if they get Stafford to come back and Kupp and if they get their guys to come back, do you expect Cooper Kupp to have another season? I'm not talking about Triple Crown winner back to back now, but no. Is he going to be solidified as a top 5 receiver every year? And if no injuries occur and all that stuff, but like if he keeps the Stafford connection, do you expect Cooper Kupp going forward to be in everyone's top 5 wide receivers until like the next few years or so?
I think he's proved that he's probably special. And Larry Fitzgerald said it best. He has memories. Larry Fitzgerald has memories. Cooper Kupp has hardware. So, like, whatever happens after this year, the season is solidified. And the season wasn't a fluke. Like, first off, a lot of people that know receivers know Cooper Kupp's been that dude. I didn't know he was like this, but I knew he was all right. But this man literally is willing that way not willing it, but he really just sat down and just ate, because it wasn't just because they had a fluke season, they just kept throwing it up to each other, nobody was guarding them. No, like them, they say him and Matt Stafford was in that bitch 5 a.m. every day, getting it together, figuring out. That's why you can go to him every play in one drive, because like, boy, you trust them. Like this is what all them early mornings and late nights were for. Like, so I respect that the connection that they have with something so special, but like it's gonna be tough to do all that shit again because they're gonna be guarding, bro. Like they gonna be guarding, bro. So you're gonna be the person that gets blanketed all the motherfucking time, has somebody down low and up top. And I don't think that's enough to stop him, because he's so shifty in the way he can cut and the way he comes out of breaks is nasty. But I don't think it's just gonna be tough to do those same statistic stuff again. But I feel like you can be the same dominant presence on the field without the same statistics.
Yeah, and one thing about Cooper Kupp, and I'm not saying that he can't catch jump balls on a one-on-one in the end zone on a fade route or anything, But the one thing about Cooper Kupp this whole season, no matter if he's been double team or triple team, especially towards the end of the year when everyone's like, all right, this guy's legit, let's start double teaming him. He's open on almost every damn catch he gets. Like, it's not like he's on like Devontae Adams level of open and Keenan Allen. Like, he's not catching the ball on a jump ball. Like, he can. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying he has usually 5 yards in between him and the corner when he's catching the ball. And it's because of that footwork. He gets open on that break, or the little short screen pass where he's like, makes you bite on that jump and he just turns real quick and it's just like off to the races. And and he's not looking for a home run every play. He's smart, like a Tom Brady quarterback. Like, okay, we're gonna get 7 yards this play, we'll get 3 yards this play. We're moving the ball methodically, which is a lot scarier to defenses. Like AJ Hawk says, if you're on a defense, if someone gets a big 80-yard play, you're like, okay, that was cool, but you're not doing that again. Our defense is solid. But if you're coming down and methodically moving the ball down to score, it's just like, holy, all right, we got to readjust everything because they're fucking moving the ball on us.
Nah, most definitely. And bro, the truth, man. I'll give it to him. But I'm finna get in my favorite parts of the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie.
Hit it.
That halftime show.
I knew it.
Boy.
That halftime show was lit, and I think it's honestly the best one in the past 5 or so 10 years. I don't know when the last time I actually sat there and watched the halftime show and enjoyed it and wasn't like kind of talking shit, like kind of just hitting little dibs at it.
I ain't gonna lie. Shakira and J-Lo, they did their thing. I was in that bit thirsting. I ain't gonna lie. But them boys was, first off, Dr. Dre put $6 million of his own money into this shit. Come on now. But the way first, and I was dumb drunk because I said I'm gonna take a shot every time Snoop Crip walked. Oh, I was gone. By the time Still Dre came on, I was in this bitch. I was in this bitch Kev walking because I don't know how to Crip walk. I can Kev walk though. But that shit was great. The way that they made, the way that everybody played their like iconic hits, and the way they summarized it, and the way they ordered it, and the dancers, they had everybody dressed like LA like real deal LA dudes. It was great. Mary J. Blige, the Queen, Kendrick. When's the last time you seen a Kendrick show? Come on now.
They all got in a surprise 50.
I shitted my pants when 50 came out, but I'm not gonna hold you though. When that Lose Yourself Eminem came on, I went crazy. I was jumping up and down. Maybe it was because that lick was in me. But I was jumping down.
Hoodie was on. That's the good M. That's the M that people was fucking with. All right, keep the kamikaze to yourself.
You took the knee though. Don't forget you took the knee though. That boy, the truth.
The show was lit. I just thought, I don't know. I'm not hating on 50. I love 50. They was up there. They said he was fighting for his life upside down. I can't lie. That was probably one of the funniest tweets I saw in all of Super Bowl. Like, there were some funny tweets at the Super Bowl. That one had me on a little laughing.
Nah, that shit was funny as fuck. I didn't think it was him at first. I thought it was like a video or something. I was like, oh shit. They really got 50 in this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, there was, and everyone's I know you watched it. You watched it by yourself, you said. This was one where like everyone wanted to watch it in my house. And I heard other people say that on other podcasts. Like, I was like, that's true. Like, everyone, like, no, when The Weeknd performed last year, my dad and his brother, like, he didn't care. They left the room. But everyone was like, Dr. Dre's new. Everyone wanted to watch it. It was almost like a concert, free concert. No one like it.
But this was only 15 minutes. I was shook when I watched it because I had to watch it again on YouTube. Same reaction. Shit did not change even slightly. But that shit was fine. That boy Kendrick freestyle forgot about Dre. Come on now, Kendrick forgot about Dre. That shit was clean.
And then they showed Jay-Z up there bopping his head, and it's funny because he actually wrote it.
Yeah, I was about to say that was the funniest part. I was just sitting there thinking like Jay over there, like, yeah, I get make sure I get my cut, nigga.
Yeah, me personally, I know J-Lo and them had a good. I think everyone's had a good performance, but I think that was a Super Bowl halftime performance since Beyonce. Because when Beyonce, but she had the theatrics come in, she went deep in her bag. She had like a big show about it, which is what it's supposed to be about. Everyone remembers the Prince, the Elton Johns, the Michael Jacksons. Those big when people actually make a performance out of it and they're not just hitting their best hits catalog. then like it was something to be watched, and I thought that was fitting for a really good game. Like LA did their thing. That was a perfect home run smash hit.
No, that shit was fire as fuck. That shit was fire. I'm not gonna lie. But what about the big homie though? That my boy The Rock. That intro was fucking phenomenal.
Janae Aoki sung a song, and then I can't remember the girl who sung the national anthem. But yeah, no, they had a.
I seen somebody on Instagram that they hit the national anthem. They went crazy.
They just brought the LA did the thing. Like, you want to showcase a new team? Okay, win the Super Bowl your first year. And bring out the stars in LA, because you know who's hosting it? You are.
Right. And then come through at the parade with a fucking Picks t-shirt.
Yeah, and have Matthew Stafford look like one of the boys out there, just like Brady did. This classic, they did it perfectly. Mwah, chef kiss. They had him lit. He was laughing. I don't know if you saw the video, but some girl like fell, and he was just like, "Oop!" and it like got out of there. It's been blowing up, and so he had that Super Bowl moment, just like how Brady was getting walked off. Like I think home run if you run into LA team, because who's talking about the Chargers right now? Whenever and that's your biggest. I mean, the 49ers is your biggest rival, but y'all did it. Y'all did y'all's thing. What I was gonna say was were you shocked that Cooper Kupp won the Super Bowl MVP?
Not even slightly, because that literally the entire last drive was him.
That's true. Yeah, no, he did get he only had 8 catches, but I think he got like 4 of them on that last drive and the last touchdown.
So that means he had 2 touchdowns all day. Like, bro, was the truth. I just know that defense was so happy when they didn't have to worry about it, him and Odell. Like, all you got to do is worry about him and Van Jefferson. You could do something about that. But him or Van Jefferson, Robert Woods, Odell, what's their tight end's name? They have a good tight end.
It is. I don't think he played. I think it was Blanton who played this game. I think the other one sat. Damn, why am I blanking his name? I bet on him a lot this year. Tyler Higbee.
Yeah, Tyler Higbee. Like, when all them boys is in the game, it's gonna be a problem. But Matthew Stafford's still gonna be throwing picks. But hey, that's what I got, man.
Yeah, well, before we head out, because we're about to break it down, if there's anything else you gotta say about the Super Bowl, the halftime, or the parade that happened?
I'll say the parade for the season recap episode. But mother trucking. No, that Super Bowl was great. This was a great year to start a fucking podcast, and that Super Bowl capped it off beautifully.
Nice cherry on top. Break it down for him, Kev.
Yes, sir, man. But hey, man, it's been a lot of motherfucking weeks in a row. I can't count them because, we said fuck that a long time ago. But if you've been on this journey with us, we fuck with you the long way, bro, because this shit has been for real. It's been great. We got nothing but more shit coming for you. We got some behind the scenes shit coming for you, man. And then we probably finna take a little break, maybe 1, 2, 3 weeks on to hit you with a season recap episode, something like that. And then we finna fuck with y'all boys the long way. But shout out to Totally Blitz Football. This has been fucking great. Man. We got more and more on the way, man. And just know that it's been another episode of Totally Blitz. Yeah, bitch.
Problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools. You could call them boy crap, man. This gang got rules, man. You better watch your passes. This ain't